Our return to Thetford. Was it positive or was it negative? Let's find out. Welcome to PS Too Many Games.
PS Too Many Games.
Morning guys, well, we're in Attleborough at the moment. It is cold. It is literally trying very hard to snow and sleet right now. Dave is what the hell are you doing? Dave is joining for this one because he literally lives very near Attleborough. I'm about to hit up at Amiga Emporium. I wanted to come here like after Christmas, between New Year's, but sadly they were closed for the full week because I take the week off. More power to them, but luckily we got free parking, and now we're about to hit them up. Let's see what they've got. Yeah. I just grabbed everything. I was after like anything. I had enough that day. It's like, just take it, piss off. Seriously. We'll do it on the way out. I'm hoping they take card in here. I'm trying to remember. I've only been here once. Oh, I hope they do. I always like the pride, like home care aspect of it. Istanbul Harvest. Probably best cross now because oh, it's so cold. What the hell is wrong with us? Okay, let's just do it from an angle. Oh, that's not a good sign. That's a terrible sign. They're closed Mondays? You've got to be kidding me! They're closed Mondays! No! I just came to Attleborough for no fucking reason. We're going to Thetford. 3, 2, 1. So there's been a massive technical faux pas. Apparently they're closed on Mondays. So, shut up Dave. So plan B, we're going to Thetford and then we're going to come back to Norwich. We don't do our research, so yeah. This is an attempt to come to the stop, that's my fault. In all seriousness, I didn't need to go to... Okay, now it is like straight up snowing. Hey guys, welcome to another glorious episode of PS2 Mini Games. Before we go any further, this wasn't the original plan. So the original plan was Attleborough and other places you'll see in the future. I made a technical faux pas. So I went to Attleborough on a Monday for Amiga Emporium. They didn't open on Mondays. I didn't realise this, and we actually got there, it was hailing, Dave was with me, and it was closed. So I quickly decided, let's hit up Thetford instead. And here we are! So this should be interesting. Before we get into obviously the meat and bones of this episode, let's get a few things out the way first. Obviously let's start the Simpsons Hit and Run playthrough, doing it for funsies again. I learned a few things while playing that, a few things that I've appreciated, a few things that I like, think it was slightly overrated. Anyone curious to watch that, you can. I'm going to put an episode of that up every 2 to 3 days, depending. You're going to get about 3 episodes a week, because it's going to take me about a month to get through it all. So yeah, that's one of those things. Also, as you know, friend of the channel and very good friend in real life, Dan, decided that he's going to do PS2 Plats this year. You chose wrongly.
Oh wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
He's coming on my turf. To put it in context, PS2 Plats, there are more of them, yes, but they are harder to find because no one kept them like they kept the PS1 Platinums. And consequently, even though they kept the cases, they didn't keep the correct discs because they've got to obviously say Platinum on the front, then the boring grey discs, you know what I mean? So he's going to find that fun. I am a bit scared though because my list was 216 and his list apparently is like 254, so there are some differences in our lists. So I might have to go through my own list in the future and see what, and his list, he'll send me a list, I know he will, and see if I've missed anything or he's got the wrong list. But if that's the case, then I'm not halfway through the Plats, I'm only just under halfway through, because as you know from previous, I'm just over 100 Plats. So that's going to make things a little more annoying and more interesting. But as we know, the two most expensive Platinums, as I recall, are Silent Hill 2, the Director's Cut, which we have, and Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, which we don't have. And I've only actually seen I've only seen it once, not in physical copies, but actually online. Someone got one from CEX with the actual disc. And to that person I say, well done, and fuck you at the same time. In a nice way. Anyway, back to reality. So, yes, we went to Thetford after making the mistake of going down when they were closed. Thetford is one of my favourite CEXs, it really is. In fact, I think I put it in good on the board, the CEX Board of Excellence, the one I've not updated since I've made it, because I haven't been in any new CEXs since. Yeah! I'll hopefully change when we go to Leeds. Thetford's one of my favourites. It's clearly a franchise, because the music is always metal, rock, that kind of stuff, always like, amazing music. So, I love going there, and it's the only place where they keep anything £5 below disc-wise actually in the case, because if someone's going to steal it, they only steal like £5, so you know what I mean? So it's one of my favourite places, and I always seem to get good service there. So Thetford CEX is one of the better ones. Anyone lives near it. It's not big, but they do seem to get quite a few things in there that I tend to pick up. So one of my favourites. Gets the thumb of approval, if you will. I will say the next episode after this will be Norwich again. There's one reason for this. So Norwich, I checked the local CEXs numbers wise, PS2 numbers, and one day I think it was on Monday they were sitting at 134. Checked the next day Tuesday they were sitting at 279. So someone literally just dumped a shitload of games in one day. So I checked what they've got, and yes, they had new games I wanted. So as you can imagine, I was like, we've got to go back there, which I did, and you'll see in an episode in the future. Did well there too. Did well in both places actually. But whenever you come home with double-digit games, it's a good day for collectors, especially when you get to the point where you're struggling to find stuff. Really is. So, what does the future hold? Obviously, I am 99% certain I'll be hitting Leeds game markets. I can't guarantee it until I get one thing sorted out, but I'm 99% it's going to happen. Dan is pretty much 90% it's going to happen too, so that's going to be enjoyable because I'm hoping to find some stuff that I had Season 4. And I love these game markets, I really do. I love the tenders. Hopefully Doorway to Dorkness is going to be there from Doncaster. I mean, it's literally next door to them, roughly. It's in Yorkshire. So it's going to be funsies. It's really going to be funsies. Oh, by the way, you obviously noticed shaved and haircuts. It's about as good as I look sometimes. I prefer the facial hair sometimes, but sometimes it's just like you got to clean up, got to move on, got to go forward. Wait until you see me cut my hair completely. When I go completely bald, that's gonna be fun. Question mark. Oh god, it's coming. I'm going bald. Obviously, as you saw the last main episode, we decided to, because I wanted to do some different music for one, and I said, Dave, do me a favour. Can you find Sonic 3 Hydrocity Zone Act 2 with a spite over the footage and stuff? I was like, okay, because Nintendo will copyright most things, but Sega don't give a fuck. And Sega are pretty chill things, so we did it, and I'm probably going to be asking Dave and myself to splice some random bits of music that kind of blend with things. Will be more obscure things sometimes, going to try and blend it in. We chose Sonic because obviously everyone knows that one, and Hydrocity Zone Act 2 music is banging, really is. So that's probably the way I'm going to hopefully go in the future. That or just ask Dave to find some music, because we like to keep things different. We like to keep updating stuff. Some of you may notice that I've actually finally learnt how to put, like, at the end of the video, like, last video, playthrough, that kind of stuff. I'm starting to learn YouTube. It's starting to happen, people. YouTube is starting to finally become a place I understand. Yeah. Because obviously when I started this, I couldn't edit anything. Now David's is like 3 times the editor I am, but I now edit some videos myself. I'm trying to get different. We're trying to get better, obviously. I'm trying to make it easier. Because all the obviously like video games and playing, that's all me. The editing's all me because it's quite simple. Main episodes will be Dave, and side episodes probably would be me, depending what time I get. So yeah. But I'm still enjoying the hell out of this. I mean, we are rapidly approaching the 1-year anniversary next month. Well, technically it'll be like late February, but we went into game market like mid-February, so that's probably when you're going to see the London Leeds Game Market episode. Probably going to be the 1-year anniversary. So, just saying. Peripheral episodes, when I actually get time to record them and tag Dan in them, then that will happen, because I've got everything I need now. Probably going to be Buzz first, because we're the simplest one to do. And it's going to be quite interesting playing a knowledge game from 15 years ago. It's going to be weird. It's going to be quite fun at the same time. Anyway, I'll wrap it on long enough. Let's throw on the ad break questionnaire. That's a different gimmick. Let's run the midway ad break. Let's see what gets chosen this week. Enjoy. Welcome back from the break. I hope you had something to eat, maybe had a drink, maybe had a bit of vaping, because it's time to go for the games. 5 sizzling games as always. Don't knock it, 5's pretty good these days. Seriously, the days of me getting like 15 games from one store are gone, sadly, because we're over halfway. Anything above 5 for me personally is a win at the moment. And some of the obscure games, like the cheap ones, it is helpful. Slight spoiler, in Norwich there are games I didn't buy that I actually needed. The only reason I did that because A, I couldn't afford it at the time, and B, there were so many expensive games. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, let's move on. Right, so the first game is a Platinum game. It's the only Platinum game I picked up, but Tony Hawk's Skater 4. Still a really reasonably good game. Obviously it's sold well because it's a Platinum. Finding Platinum games in CEX is hard work, but obviously Thetford is the best one by far because they keep the discs in, so you can actually see the actual disc. And as you can see, it's the Platinum one, so that's why I go to Thetford for like certain things. I'm probably going to take him down a bit for Platinums, because you will find Platinums there quite easily. When we go on the road trips this year, it's going to be a constant fight for Platinums. I feel it. I feel it in my fingers.
I feel it in my
toes. In all seriousness, with the Platinum hunt, it's going to be fun. Me and Dan have some fun this year with it, because Dan's going to go full hog. and I'm gonna try and you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try and finish it this year myself. I'm not gonna try as hard as Dan is. Dan's gonna really go for it. I'm gonna just like attempt it, and if I fail, so I've got many years to go. But I'm already over halfway, so I'm gonna attempt it. But it's like I'm not gonna really go for it. Like go out of my way like on eBay to search things out, because this will always be first every time. Yeah. We got some pretty good silverware at Thetford. First normal game, the £16 play for Summer Athletics. Yeah, the case is not in good condition, but I can change the case. A generic summer game for athletics. This feels like a bit of cringe. It feels like a game that I would never play in a million years, but I've got to own it. I'm obviously very happy to have it, but it's like never would I have bought this in a million years for full price. Paying £1 feels like I'm paying too much over it as it is. But to put it in context, that is still worth more than every FIFA on PS2. Well, all the older ones, you know what I mean. So it's got to be something to it, but I may try it one day. I highly doubt it, but I may. Game number 3, Championship Manager 2007. This was the last Championship Manager on PS2. Also the last one I've got to get. For those of you who did like football management games back in the day, between like 1995 and like 2005, Championship Manager was the main one. And then I believe there was some kind of like split up with like the team, and some of them went to do Football Manager, and some stayed with Championship Manager. And then Football Manager guys knew what they were doing, because to this day, Football Manager is still the main football title along, and Championship Manager is gone. So, and I believe next year's Football Manager will actually introduce the ladies teams. About time, I suppose, but it's like it only took them like 5 years after they started getting more popular. You know what I mean? It's like, but I suppose that takes effort. And let's be honest about this: if anyone's played the Football Manager games the last 2 to 3 years, there's not much effort going into those games. It's like it's basically they basically update the game every year. That's why I've only bought one game in the last 5 years, because at the end of the day, once you get 10 years into it, you're already in the future. That's true. It's when you start turning up to the laptop in a full suit, that's when you take them way too fucking seriously. Game number 4, the penultimate game, Super Buster Move 2. It's always impressive when games like this get a sequel, because it is a puzzle game. It looks like a puzzle game, and it has got like the little dinosaurs from Baba Baba. I haven't played it, but I will give it a try because I like puzzle games. Plus, I'm going to splice in the Bubble theme too for like 10 seconds, and it's one of those themes where once you hear it, for the rest of the day you'll be like going, da, 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 and you'll be stuck in your head. You're welcome. It's the only time I splice Biggity Bop Bumble. I love games where the music goes too hard for the game is for. That's like Biggity Bop Bumble. It can't be that amazing a game, but the theme, the guy went hard on it. It's like, more power to you, but it seems like you're wasting your time. Just to say it. You might have guessed, by the way, the last game is actually a reasonably expensive game. I wouldn't have done an episode like this where I bought 5 like really cheap games and like called it a win. Luckily, I knew they had this game, and I've been putting it off for some time, but it's about time I bought it. And it feels weird, because I haven't got the first one, but I've now got the second one. But Forbidden Siren 2 now belongs to PS2 Mini Games. And yes, that was quite arrogant using myself in the third person. I hate myself sometimes, but finally got Forbidden Siren 2. Very good horror game, I've been told. I've never actually played it. Probably would, but I will eventually, but I'd rather get the first one before I play the second one, you know what I mean? But I've been told very good things. Obviously, with any horror game, it costs a lot of money, 50 quid, but compared to the rest of them, it's hilarious that the rest of them, times all 4 games combined, only cost about £8.50, and this cost £50 by itself, so this was very much the meat and potatoes of the trip to Thetford. Thank God they had it. I am now very slowly starting to get a lot of the more expensive games. I'm not even halfway the expensive games. I mean, I'm not even close. I would say we're maybe 25% for the expensive games. Once again, anything over £50, or no, screw that. Anything over £40, I call expensive. But obviously, a game's released 15 years later. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to like go for the CEX and go for like the whole list of what they call expensive and like go through them. Also, because I also got, next episode I'm gonna break up the list again because I need to show you the updated list because if you remember, let's say from many moons ago, where I showed you the whole my list, the list of games, and I scratched them off one by one. I got to do the updated one because remember I left the highlighted games and I got to scratch through, so we have to do that again in another episode. Consequently, by the way, this probably will come out afterwards, but I have got good knowledge that the CEX price changes for manuals will be coming up very shortly. Like, as of... I'm filming this, truth be told, on Tuesday the 9th of January. And I think it's either today or tomorrow. I've been told that the CEX will change prices for manuals and games without manuals, like upper tiers. I've got some people on the inside, by the way. I've been told this. I could be wrong, so there might be a price change episode this month, depending on how I feel. But obviously, I can say, obviously, we all know this. Anyway, hardcore fans, CEX are now doing prices for manuals and without manuals for a lot of games. About fucking time. That's what I'm saying. Because any game worth over 40 quid without a manual, I'm not paying for anymore. I'm not paying without a manual. Come on, that's just not fair. Anyway, very happy to have this. Very happy to buy those 5 games. Thetford was good as always. It was cold as hell, constantly hailing all day. That was part 1 of the mini road trip. Part 2 was we went up to Norwich for CEX. Truth be told, I got 6 games from that CEX in Norwich. But all round better games, I would guess. So that will be coming up. But basically after that, we're not going to do any more road trips until Leeds game market, which is roughly in about 2 to 3 weeks. So it's not going to be that long. But anyway, thank you for watching once again. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I do reply to all comments. I'm now starting to get the swing of YouTube things and like YouTube stuff. So first time I'm actually like, no, screw it. Let's see if I can get to 1,000 by the end of the year. I don't usually go for these kind of things. Don't usually say that out loud. Because I never ever been a guy to like. Okay, I'm gonna put this. So one thing, and I said it many times, I started the channel for funsies. And when we got the 500, I thought, let's keep doing it for funsies. But then my friend said, why don't you just try to get to 1,000 and see what happens? It's like, yeah, let's just try. Let's actually try to get to 1,000. It might take us 2 years, 3 years to get to 1,000, but I'm going to keep going unless something horrifically goes wrong. There's no rush, honestly. I keep looking at my background stuff. But yeah, I would like to get to 1,000. In the next 2 years. I mean, we got to 500 in like 8 months, but I think that was more just through a smidgen of luck, a smidgen of people watching myself at the right time, right place. Yeah. I will say one thing: there will be car boots this year. That will be quite a common thing. So, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting year. On that note, thank you for watching, guys. Have a good day. I'll see you all later. Bye.